Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to learn how to create a hiring quizzes. Pre-employment quizzes are a best way to check the candidate's knowledge and speed up the process of hiring. But how to create a quiz that will have all the needed options? Watch this video and you will get the answer. For creating a hiring quiz, we will use the best WordPress Quiz Maker plugin as it has all the needed features and it is a user-friendly plugin. It will help you to create a hiring quiz that will be the same for all the candidates so that you can easily compare candidate skills side by side. Mainly, all the hiring quizzes have more than one category. The Quiz Maker gives you the ability to create a question category and insert questions into them. The purpose of doing is to give the candidate a clear understanding of how to answer the questions. For creating a question category, just click on the question category tab. Here you can see the Add New button. Click here to create one. To save our time, I have already created 3 categories. The first one is situational questions, similar to behavioral questions. These kinds of questions will help the employers to understand how the candidate will behave in a working environment. Then, for creating a question, go to the questions, then click Add New. Here again, to save our time, I have already created the questions. You can write down the questions here, add answers and the points for the questions. Choose which type of question you want. Here we have a huge variety of options. Choose the appropriate category for the question. Here it will be IQ tests. There can be questions that are not needed to be scored, where you mainly check the candidate's personality traits, not their knowledge. For that, activate No Influence to Score option. But for example, IQ level checking questions need to be scored, so remember to deactivate this option for that questions. To make even clear for the participants the question categories, you can make use of a custom banner question type. You can write about the following category. Tell them, for example, whether the answer to the question are scored or not, or what's the reason for adding that particular question into your quiz, etc. Now that all the questions are created, let's go and create the actual quiz. For that, go to the quizzes and click on Add New. I will show you the before created one. As you can see, there are a lot of sections here, which are responsible for the features that can be included in the online job questionnaire. The general section is one of the most important ones. You will add your questions here. Just click on Add Question button and choose the ones that you want to include in your test. Here you can also add the title of the online job questionnaire, as well as give a description of the questionnaire itself. And if you want to add a quiz image, just click on the Add Image button. Now we are moving to the style section. Of course, we want to create a quiz that will engage the candidates. The style section has all the needed features in it. You can choose the appropriate theme for you, choose the animation effect, background color, text color, add background image, etc. As far as our main aim is to create a hiring quiz, let's go to the settings section and see what features we can use for achieving our desired result. Remember that we have divided the questions into categories, so choose Group Questions by the Category option. If this option is enabled, then the questions will be grouped based on their categories. To make it more understandable for the candidates how many questions they have answered, the Quiz Maker plugin creators have added Show Question Counter option. With the help of this option, the participants can see how many questions there are in the quiz and how many of them they have answered so far. Of course, our main purpose is to check, first of all, the candidate's personality traits, then their knowledge. To be 99% sure that the answers for the questions are not copy-pasted from the internet, you can activate Enable Copy Protection option. After activating this option, the copy functionality will be disabled. As all the question answers are important for us, we must activate the Make Questions Required option so that the participants will answer all of them. By that, help us narrow down the number of suitable candidates. Again, we are moving back to the question category. As I said before, the participants must clearly see and understand from which category the question is, so that they can build some kind of understanding of how to answer them. For that, activate the Show Question Category option. The category of the particular question will be shown in every page. You can also activate the live progress bar option, which is somehow similar to the question counter. It shows the current state of the user passing quiz. It's your choice whether you want to show the progress in percentage or not. Mainly, the hiring quizzes have timers. You can use the ability to add timer in Quiz Maker as well. Just click on the Enable Timer option. Choose the appropriate time. You can add a message before the time is over or a message before starting the quiz or turn on warning. Due to some technical issues, a candidate may leave the page and don't even understand what happened. And after getting back to the starting page, they will find out that he or she has to pass the quiz again. But how to escape these kind of situations? Just activate Enable Confirmation Box for leaving the page option. After activating this option, a confirmation pop-up will be shown if the user tries to refresh or leave the page during the quiz-taking process. I guess we have discussed all the useful features that can be used in hiring quizzes. Now let's move to the result setting section. The first option that we see is calculating the score. You can choose the way in which you want the scores to be calculated, by correctness or by weight points. In our case, we can use this option for IQ level checking questions as well. But let's not forget that we are not creating a scored quiz, we are creating a hiring quiz. And the difference between them is that the scoring is not the crucial point here, and the participants don't have to see their final scores. So for that, activate the Hide Score option. After the candidates can see their results on the results page. To be sure that only the candidates who have sent their CVs to you are taking part in the hiring quiz, you can give them special passwords. For that, go to the Limitation Users section. Then click on the Password for passing the quiz option. Click on the Generate Password and choose how many passwords you want to generate. There are three parts. The first one is for created passwords. You will send them to the candidates one by one. The second part is for the passwords that are active. That means you have already chosen them. And the third one is for the passwords which are already used. The next section that can also be useful for us is user data. To collect the required information from the candidates, we must make use of the information form option. So you can choose how you want the information to be gathered at the beginning of the quiz or at the end. Choose from fields. Here you can see we have available fields and active fields. Choose the appropriate ones from the available fields and add them to the active one. But if you want to create a field by yourself, you have to go to the custom fields and add one. And finally, if the candidate has passed the quiz, you can send an email to him or her, so the text can include whatever you want. For example, you can write there that if the results will be satisfying, you will contact them or something like that. For adding it, just go to the email certificate section and choose the Send Email to User option. Write the appropriate text and be sure that you have added the email information field, otherwise the message won't be sent. So that's all for today. Now you are ready to create a hiring quiz and save time in the hiring process. I hope you will find this information useful. See you soon!